Ooh, this does not look good for this new Mandalorian series. Also, please stay tuned to the last half of this video. I'm going to tag on my trailer breakdown and reaction. If you want to see the entire thing unedited, go check out my live stream. I'll link that in the description, or I'll put it in like the comments and I'll pin it once I upload this. That whole live stream covered all of the Disney whatever the crap thing that came out, where we got the Mandalorian trailer. And yeah, I watched the Mandalorian trailer. I am much less excited for it than a lot of the fandom menace, and this is making me less and less excited. So thank you so much, Ichibaka, for sending me this. Ichibaka, if you guys haven't, yeah, go over to Disney Star Wars is Dumb, right? Go check that out. Go check that out. It's a great site for all of the no spin Star Wars stuff that you want, calling out this garbage that we're getting sometimes. We don't know if this is garbage yet. It might be awesome. It looked if I really were not so heartbroken over Star Wars, if this were 2 years ago, I would have been so excited. Well, you'll see my initial breakdown reaction. I'm just talking about this little bit of the article here. There's no question about it. The trailer for The Mandalorian looks kick-ass. If you haven't seen the trailer, here it is, and he links it in his article. But as we know, Disney Star Wars is woke, which of course means that Disney Star Wars is dumb. Yeah. Woke is kind of... Woke is what people who aren't smart enough to understand how the world works think that they need to kind of change the world too. Right? And they don't understand that people aren't as ist and horrible as they think they are. People are accepting. People aren't as judgmental. People don't really generalize so much, and yeah, we're grown people. We don't need to be preached to. That is why, yeah, woke is dumb. We've all seen kick-ass trailers before, only to be disappointed. Oh yeah, I was excited for Last Jedi. I bought porgs before I saw the movie, and damn it, I'm committed to it. I'm committed to these little bastards now. Because they're cute, right? And I had them sitting there in the drink holder watching Last Jedi with me because I saw them in the trailer and I went, oh, it's so cute, it's a porg. Because that's what they do. That's how they get you with these trailers. And I know, I keep getting excited. And I get excited for trailers all the time. I get excited when Bill and Ted News drops. I'm still a geek at heart. I still love these things. But The Mandalorian, like Star Wars, you just burned me a few too many times, you know? Had I seen that trailer next to Rogue One, I would have been a lot more excited, but I saw The Last Jedi and then Solo. So here, Ichibaka goes on to say, so I'm very skeptical of anything being produced by Disney in the foreseeable future. Others are as well. General Friendliness from KiwiFarms.net had this to say about The Mandalorian. It would be interesting setting-wise, and the first leaked trailer was mostly showing off OT and EU stuff, per Filoni's suggestion, as he did the same with Resistance, along with the Empire and classic aliens, specifically Devaronians, Twi'leks, Jawas, and Dewbacks. But none of this is permanent or a sign of improvement. The show info I've posted before already reveal that it will initially start off as OT based, but will eventually move away from familiarity to focus solely on sequel lore. No. And the trashy First Order, with already being confirmed that The Last Jedi aliens will be recycled for the show. Still excited, guys. I'm less excited. Also of note is that this show was originally the Boba Fett movie project before being converted into a TV series, and having Fett completely cut out and replaced with a donut steal. What's a donut steal? A donut steal. I don't even get that reference. Which just raises the question as to why they didn't just use Boba Fett, but then again, it probably has to do with George royalties thing again. Or even if George Lucas doesn't get the royalties, I would propose this as they do get the royalties. Right? They get probably a bigger percentage because that's their baby. You know, let's say some of them go to Disney. Let's say JJ might have a deal. Any character he creates, he gets 100% for. We don't know. That might be the case with these new directors coming in with all these new characters, that they just might want a bigger cut of the merchandise money, right? Every time I buy a porg, I might be giving money right into that round-headed buffoon's pocket, right? That might That might be the case, and not some George Lucas royalties still get, that we don't know. We haven't seen contracts, and that's the rumors I've been hearing too, is that George Lucas still has a chunk of the royalties for the merch, because why wouldn't he? And I even remember hearing something about that back a few years ago when he sold Star Wars, that his initial deal was always the merch, and he still has the merch rights. So I don't know. And even if normies finally get an explanation about the First Order, it doesn't change their totally lame future and what an effing worthless chode Snoke is. Oh, I like the way this guy writes. The future is still the same lame horseshit, at least with the prequels at their worst. You were confident in knowing that their future was an interesting one full of more beloved characters, right? Exactly. But hey, after 7 years and 4 movies, they finally released something that explains just what the hell is going on in their new trilogy, which isn't a book series that no one's going to watch. Oh, I think a lot of people are going to watch this. This is really going to sell Disney Plus because it does look cool if you're still hyped for Star Wars, if you still have that little fire in you, right? And I think mine's just about gone. With this. And now, even more bad news. Technically, it is taken from the books due to that Jon Favreau is a supporter of Chuck Wendig and his books. Now, we all know Chuck Wendig, who would sooner insult us to our face and bring up a bunch of politics ball horse shit than, keep his mouth shut and write a fucking Star Wars book. But that's just Chuck Wendig in a nutshell for you. And we'll be using them as a basis for the Empire's return as the FO. Even the main character is hinted to be, or be related to, the Mandalorian character Wendig created, who acquired what is thought to be Boba Fett's helmet. Oh boy. Now, readers will have to decide for themselves how reliable a source General Friendliness is, but I went ahead and did my own digging. What I found wasn't pretty. Now, this is what Ichibaka has found. So keep in mind, this is just reporting from a couple of people, but, I mean, how many times have they been wrong? First, this comes from Amanda Ward of MakingStarWars.net, and we know that Jason and Amanda Ward, Kathleen Kennedy follows Jason Ward on Twitter. Jason and Amanda Ward are they're kind of technically working for Disney, but not directly under anybody, but they get little tidbits. Allegedly, in my opinion. That's what it feels like anyway, because there's a lot of stuff that's been traced back to them. So go check out all my other videos on this, especially the Rose Tico stuff. At least the Kelly Marie Tran stuff. That's going back last year. The Mandalorian producer and writer Jon Favreau has taken to Instagram again to share a cool image from the live-action series, which is now filming. The image Favreau shared looks a lot like a piece of equipment carried by none other than Willrow Hood, the man seen escaping from Cloud City during The Empire Strikes Back, with what turned out to be an ice cream maker. That's the prop. There it is. What might also be likely is that the post by Favreau is a subtle way of showing solidarity with Star Wars writer Chuck Wendig, who was also fired today from Marvel Star Wars Comics for his outspoken liberal views online. This must have been a while back. The character of Willrow Hood was set to appear in Wendig's upcoming Marvel Comics Star Wars Shadow of Vader, which Wendig is no longer attached to. It's difficult to say if the prop shared by Favreau will have any real significance to the series, but it definitely tells us that Favreau knows some very deep-cut fan favorites. Or he just liked the character. I mean, this might not be related to Chuck Wendig at all, though, too. So I would take that a little bit with a grain of salt. But, yeah. And here you go. Readers can think of the wards any way they wish, but they have known to be remarkably accurate with their inside info. So maybe Favreau is a supporter of Wendig and was posting in solidarity with him. Still, this seems like could be conjecture. Yeah, this could be a great big coincidence. This could just be, hey, here's an obscure prop. Hey, here's the thing that people talked about being an ice cream maker. Here you go. This is cool. We're putting it in The Mandalorian. This is for you. This is a deep, obscure reference. So that could be it too, right? Next, we know that the time period of The Mandalorian is set immediately after the events of Return of the Jedi. Okay. From Polygon in May of 2018. Wow, this goes back. The 30-year period between the original and sequel trilogies is ripe for new material, especially after Lucasfilm decided to render the pre-Disney works non-canon back in 2014. Beginning in 1991 with Timothy Zahn's Heir to the Empire, The expanded universe continued to post Return of the Jedi era with an extensive series of novels and comics. That period has slowly been replaced with a new series of works, such as Chuck Wendig's Aftermath trilogy, set a year after Return of the Jedi, and Delilah S. Dawson's Phasma, set 26 years after Return of the Jedi. But then we have this from Kervin Cloet of criticalhit.net from back in October 2018. Reading Favreau's description of The Mandalorian, I immediately thought of Cobb Vanth. Most of you will probably be inserting your Who meme gifs here, and I can't blame you, as you would only know that name if you've read Chuck Wendig's Aftermath books. A trilogy of novels that was first official material set to fill in the 30-year gap between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. Wendig's novels are, simply put, not the best read. I've heard they're absolute garbage. From the few screenshots of his novels that I've seen, it's just garbage writing. No. And the guy's just a dick, in my opinion. The most intriguing aspects of them actually happen in between the main story, following a ragtag rebel strike force, as Wendig introduced these random interludes that just touch briefly on some minor characters or situations throughout the galaxy. That's right, from Screen Rant back in October 2018. Oh, yes, and they're saying it here in Screen Rant. So if you hear the name Cobb Vanth, you know it's a Wendig creation. Oh, Lord. So what do you guys think? What do you think? Like fecal phoenix, Chuck Wendig may rise from his intestinal bondage. I love that. Oh, Lord. So I'll let you guys read the rest of this article, and I'm going to, and stay tuned to the video. I'm going to throw that on the end of this. If you want to see my actual Mandalorian sort of breakdown, if you want to see the full trailer, it's in my live stream. I didn't want to put the whole video up there because you guys have seen like everybody react to it. But if you do, it'll be in my whole live stream, and I'll timestamp it too. So I am Mecha42, your favorite YouTube harpy. I'm going to link this stream in the description, but I'm going to upload this video clip separately. I just looked at the trailer, but now this is going to be the breakdown because I didn't want to just react to the whole thing for copyright. If you want to see the entire reaction, we're going to do that. But I'm going to go through and show you a few things of what I thought. And you know, first thought after watching this trailer was, had it been like 2 years ago, I would have been so excited. And even now, this is like my second watch through. I'm thinking that it's like, it's too little too late, right? I see all these little images like, oh, there's the thing from the holiday special, and ooh, that guy's in carbonite. And I'm getting the same hints of like when I watched the Picard trailer for the Star Trek Picard series. All the little, ooh, I remember that, but it's not the same because it's not Han Solo in carbonite. It's this random dude. It's this jackoff. It's whoever this guy is, right? And we'll go through frame by frame here. Is this dude? Who is that? Is this Darth Maul? That's not Darth Maul. Who is this guy? I can't even see him because it's all smoky. I can't see who this is even, because it's all smoky. You guys will know in the chat. Who is this guy? Is this anybody, or is this a random person? Because my head, I'm like, okay, I remember Han Solo. And that's where I'm wanting to go. And then when you throw me like other people, then I'm like, okay, well, this isn't even the member berries that I got from the Picard trailer. This isn't even, hey, remember Data? Remember 7 of 9? Remember Captain Picard? It isn't even that. It's, hey, remember Boba Fett? Well, that's not Boba Fett. Hey, remember Stormtroopers? Hey, remember this stuff? Hey, remember Game of Thrones? How they had the heads on the spikes? Hey, remember that? That's kind of how it is. It's like, hey, remember other stuff that you liked, right? And that's what this really, really feels like. Hey, remember all those pictures of empty Galaxy's Edge? That's what this looks like to me. I really want to be so much more excited for this. Like, there's little twinges of, oh, this is cool, and that's cool, and like, ooh, that looks cool. That looks interesting. Like, little things here look interesting. Great visuals. Like, this, if you told me this is the new Star Wars movie, I would be more excited for it than anything I saw in the Episode 9 trailer. Right? You've got like, all of these, like this, like that guy. Right? That's right out of the holiday special. And there is a picture of a guy in the Mandalorian helmet on top of one of those. And I know because I reacted to it and I just never released the video. This came out at Star Wars Celebration. And then you got that chick, and like you've got all these little Star Wars little like, hey, this is Star Wars, this is Star Wars. See, look, it's a helmet. You like Boba Fett, right? Well, this isn't Boba Fett. And that's what it really feels like to me. But then, of course, I see like and then you see some of these other images. That reminds me of Star Wars. Like, this is Star Wars now. Oh, Vader's Force Ghost, thank you so much. $5 super chat. Boobs, baby. Oh, what real boobs, though. And real chat, though. Well, I'm here. I'm talking to you guys. We're here. We're in the middle of the live stream doing this. And I actually played the trailer for everybody, but I just want to kind of go through this. It's neat.
Hunting is a complicated profession.
It's neat. Don't get me wrong. It's neat. And if I still liked Star Wars the way I did 2 years ago, when I watched Rogue One, I'm getting a lot of Rogue One vibes, right? This is violent. This is gonna be like Firefly or something, right?
Don't you agree?
Yeah, we got IG-88. I'm so red, it's hilarious. Why am I red? Who, me? Boba Fett didn't kill stormtroopers. That's true. Boba Fett didn't kill stormtroopers. So we're getting this dude, right? And like I said, we know it's not Boba Fett. I don't know if I care enough about what these new characters are gonna be. I mean, yeah, you got little Star Wars fans, member berries going, right? Like you got little nods, not like Star Wars fans are little. I'm saying you got little member berries going to say, hey, Star Wars fans, look what we got. Look at this, right? You look, so you have that stuff. I don't know if I'm sold on this. I think maybe had it been 2 years ago, it would have been so amazing. And I might check this out. If somebody hands me like an extra login for their Disney Plus, right? So I don't get yelled at for considering getting Disney Plus for $3 more on Hulu. But here's the thing. If you're talking about anything in geek culture, you almost have to. Because everybody's going to be watching this. Everybody's going to get this. This is going to give Netflix a serious run for their money between this and all the other things that have dropped. You know, we've got all these other series that people are talking about now. I wish I were more excited for this. So yeah, what do you guys think? Darth Revan gave the Mandalorians respect. I talk too much. I'm talking too much. I guess I'm talking too much on a live stream where I'm supposed to be talking constantly. I guess they want dead air. So this person with great powers comes from great responsibility would like dead air, and they're smacking their head because I'm talking on a live stream. Yeah, D Pence, too little, too late. High five. Disney is tempting Mecha to the dark side. Well, see, that's what, you know, sailing the seas is for, right? Once bitten, twice shy of Star Wars for me. Exactly. You gave me one movie that was okay. It didn't meet my expectations, but it was setting something up. And then you didn't set up anything else after that. Then you didn't do anything else. So, I don't know. Still trying to figure out how to do a Darksaber, Captain April says. Not for me anymore, maybe 5 years ago. Ahsoka's better than Rey. Well, and that's the other thing. They've announced more of the Clone Wars stuff. They've announced, you know, when the next batch of those are coming, and that's February. I know. How dare I talk during my live stream, right? But yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I will clip this little portion of the video. I'm going to throw my end screen on so I know where to cut this when I go and grab this. And I will see you guys back here in 20 seconds. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!